Greetings, magical people. Welcome to the show. My name is Salazar, and today we're playing Magic the Gathering Arena. We are playing one of my favorite decks, Mono Red, but a very different Mono Red from what you've seen, because we're playing Dwarf Tribal. Now, why would I want to play Dwarf Tribal? Let's get some... Okay. Dwarf Tribal, I think, became good in Kaldheim with a couple of new cards that I'm gonna get to in a second. First, let's see what we recovered from the traditional Mono Red deck. We have 4 Frostbites. Great direct damage spell. 3 damage for 1 single mana. Really good. We have 2 Bonecrusher Giants. The creature side is a nice bonus. It's a good, nice to have. But the real value here is the stump. I mean, you could change this card for a Scorching Dragonfire, for one of the eyes. I forget the card. You deal damage, you draw. Anyway, find the removal spell of your choice and add it into this slot. For me, it's Bonecrusher Giant, because having a 4/3 after you play the stump can come in really handy. We also have 4 Torbrans and 4 Rimrock Knights. Now, these are really good cards. You've seen them in every Mono Red deck. And they're also dwarves. So they're gonna help out Magda. Magda is a dwarf that says other dwarves you control get +1/+0. Making all of your other dwarves stronger, and whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token. That means if you have 1 Magda in play, let's say 1 Rimrock Knight, every time they attack, you create 2 treasures, essentially giving you an extra mana every time one of your creatures attack. You can also sacrifice 5 of those treasures to search your library for an artifact or a dragon card, put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. So what dragons and what artifacts do we want to fetch with Magda, Brazen, Outlaw? We have 4 Embercleaves, probably the best card in Standard, one of the best. And a great equipment to add to any red aggro creature deck. We have 3 Goldspan Dragon. Now, Goldspan Dragon, whenever it attacks or it becomes target of a spell, it creates a treasure token. So there's a kind of nice synergy between Goldspan Dragon and Magda, Brazen Outlaw. We also have 7 Dwarves. Now, this creature might seem like a meme for some people. I think it is underrated, unappreciated for what it is. 7 Dwarves reads. This creature gets +1/+1 for each other creature named 7 Dwarves you control. A deck can have up to 7 cards named 7 Dwarves. So instead of having the usual 4 maximum cards, you can have 7 of these guys, which means it's very unlikely you're going to play 7 of them, have the 7 of them on the board, but you can have 2, maybe 3 7 Dwarves on the board, which means you get a 4/4 for 2 mana for that third one, a 5/5 if you play another one after that for 2 mana. I mean, that's good value, and it has good synergy with Magda, Brazen Outlaw, and with Torbran, and with the hidden gem in the deck, Gilded Assault Card. Gilded Assault Card is a vehicle with Trample, Crew 2, and it has Sacrifice 2 treasures. Return Gilded Assault Card from your graveyard to your hand. So, synergy with the treasure theme. With Gilded Assault Card, Magda, Brazen, Outlaw, Goldspan Dragon. And synergy with the Dwarf package. With Magda, with Torbran, with Seven Dwarves, and with Rimrock Knight. But the good thing about all of these dwarves, you might not have noticed, but they all have 2 power, 2 attack, right? 2, 2. Torbran, even though he attacks for 4, he only has 2 technical points of offense there. Any of these guys can crew the Gilded Assault card. Suddenly you have a 5/1 with Trample to run over Lovestruck Beasts on the other side of the board. And what's good about Gilded Assault card being a vehicle is that in a metagame where everyone's playing Shadow's Verdict, where everyone's playing Extinction Event, where not as many people are playing Shatter the Sky, but some people are, when everyone's wiping out the board, having a vehicle that becomes a creature in your turn, stops being a creature when they want to kill it, you get to have it back next turn attacking. That whole thing can be very, very, very good, which is the same reason we have Faceless Haven. Faceless Haven is a 4/3 land, which technically is also a dwarf because it's all creature types. So every time you attack with Faceless Haven or tap it for mana, Magda, Brazen, Outlaw creates a treasure. We also have 1 Dwarven Mine. Hey, if we are gonna play the mine card, or we're gonna play the dwarf miners, we need to play at least one of the lands, right? One of the Dwarven Mines. So that's the deck. Let's see how it fares up in the Mythic ladder. Let's make some magic. Okay, so we have 2 Seven Dwarves in our hand, which I think means we keep. Okay, it's nice we found that 3rd land. We're playing against Mono White, which can be a tough matchup. But at least we know they're not gonna wipe the board. We need to start getting dwarves out here. Have them buff each other. And hopefully... Ooh, I did not see that coming. That's gonna be a problem. So I think... I mean, I can't shoot the All-Seed, and I can't block it with anything, right? So I think I'm just gonna play another 7 Dwarves. Give my dude +2/+0 and attack with that. So I think here we need to take out their Skyclave apparition before they untap and they can defend it with the L-Seed. We can wait another turn, hopefully draw a 4th land, and then play 7 Dwarves, 7 Dwarves. We also need to find a way to deal with this, which is being very inconvenient. See, the mine cart can't get through that. So I think we just need to make our dwarves bigger than whatever has the hammer. Once we reach that point, we should be fine. Well, not fine because the hammer flies over our heads. So we have a 3-turn clock before we die. Great, that's the 4th land we needed. Let's do it like this. We play 7 Dwarves. We play Magda, Brazen Borrower. That means our dwarves are 5/4s. They can't die. I mean, the All-Seed of Life's bounty isn't big enough to take them out. And we get 2 additional mana here, which... do they come in handy right now? I mean, I don't think we want to play the Rimrock Knight just yet. I think we'd rather keep this and next turn play the Torbran. Or, yeah. Yep, that's probably it. So, because of the Torbran, the dwarves look like 5/4s, but they hit for 7. And they make 3 new treasures, which means we have, what, 6 mana here? We are in a very tough spot because if our opponent draws... what's the cleric? The cleric that puts +1/+1 counters on things. If they manage to find that, we are dead. And if they manage to give... or if they find another hammer and they give the other All-Seed flying, we are dead. We can take one of these hits, but not... good game, yeah. That's the one dwarf, the one card they couldn't draw. They got it. They got it, and now they're gonna hit me. Good game. Good game, my dude. I'm not even mad. That was a generally good game. waiting on me. Okay, this looks like a good hand. We're on the play with 3 lands, 3 small creatures, Gilded Assault card. I think the name of the game here is we play 7 Dwarves. We say go. Next turn we attack with the Dwarves, hit with the Assault card. I mean, hit with the Dwarves and put the Assault card on the board. Yep. And the turn after that, we can play Magda. Tap Magda to activate the Assault card and attack with the Rimrock Knight. I mean, attack with the 7 Dwarves, put the Rimrock Knight on the 7 Dwarves and attack, and then play the... Let me just show you. We play Magda. We tap Magda. That makes some mana for us. Now attack. And play another D. Now hopefully here our opponent doesn't have a Shadow's Verdict. They do. Luckily for us, we have 2 Goldspan Dragons in our hand. But also, the Gilded Assault card is still alive. And it's actually bigger than the dragon. I don't know how. It's a little mine card that has 5 attack, while the dragon only has 4. So we attack with that. Our opponent is down to 3. We can... I mean, we know that even if they kill this dragon, we have another dragon waiting for them. Okay, we're good. We attack. And we go through. The dwarf deck works. Okay, this is good. We have turn 2, 7 Dwarves, turn 3, Gilded Assault card. If they play something now, we can Frostbite it. Let's do just that. Okay, our opponent plays Citizen Champion. And I was about to Frostbite it. But Castle Embereth is not a snowland. So Frostbite isn't enough to kill that champion. So I'm thinking we just play the Assault card and pass the turn. Ooh, Elspeth's Nightmare. Before our dwarf dies. Let's just transform this minecart. That's gonna hold back the Contestant Champion from attacking. Okay. Now, we need one more mana for Torbran. And that should be good enough to come onto the board, activate the minecart, and attack this turn for 7 damage. Okay. Next turn, if we draw another land, we can Goldspan Dragon, hit for 7 through the earth, to the by the land, and 6 by the air. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. But we can play another Torbran. And run you through, run you over. Yeah, run you over with the minecart. You get rid of the Embercleave, but we still have a dragon. And you play Nisa of the Shadowed Vows. Makes your lands a creature. Funky stuff. Okay. Let's do the math. If we attack here, we can take out this champion, let's say, and the assault card hits here. It goes through, but it's not enough. But at least we clean the board on their side. Yes. And so the Torbran lives, the assault card dies, yeah. So these are more lands than I'd like, but it's better to have more lands than have fewer lands than you need, right? We're also bound to draw some creatures, and we already had our 2 drops. So I think we start off with 7 Dwarves, then play Magda. Okay. Our opponent plays Omen of the Sea right away. Doesn't wait for the end of our turn, which means he doesn't have a counter spell right now. Or maybe he just found it. I don't know. Okay, you take out one of the 7 Dwarves. Let's play the Gilded Assault card this turn. which means next turn we can play one of the dwarves, activate the assault card, and start hitting them for 5. So our opponent definitely has either a Heartless Act or a Negate in his hand, which is why he's taking so long on his time. Oh no, he had an Omen of the Seas. Okay. Let's see how he plays this. Okay, so he sends both blockers. So if he had only sent one of them, I could have used the Frostbite to save the mine card. Because the mine card's gonna die anyway, I'm gonna give it a boost here. To attack through. And now I'm gonna play the Rimrock Knight. Now next turn, if I attack with both of these guys, I was gonna say I can bring back the mine card with the treasures, but nope I can't, because Elspeth's Nightmare exiles my graveyard, and Glass Casket exiles my creatures. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's turn Faceless Haven into a dwarf. Let's give something +2/+0. And then use this mana to play the Rimrock Knight. Actually, tapping the Faceless Haven for mana generates more mana in the form of treasure tokens because it's a dwarf, triggering the Magda. It's a very neat synergy. Ooh, Yorion. Okay. So Yorion's gonna be a problem because it's gonna bounce the Omen of the Sea, the Omen of the Sun. Is it of the Sun? And that's gonna bring back the little 1/1s that can block my Rimrock Knight. Which means Rimrock Knight is kinda useless right now. I mean, it could be blocked by the Jorion. So I guess the 1/1s are just like the cherry on top. So the only guy that has my back is Faceless Haven. Faceless Haven, it's a 5/3. It can kill the Yorion. Yeah, I think it's the way to go. Let's do this. Go Faceless Haven. Let's tap it. Just to store that treasure over here. next turn, if we use the Faceless Haven to attack, we can create 1, 2, 3 new treasures. That means we have 5 treasures, enough to use Magda's ability to search our library for an artifact or dragon card. We can fetch an Embercleave, put it into the board, attach it to one of our creatures, and hopefully win the game. But those are a lot of ifs. Let's make it through this turn first. Okay, the opponent hits us with a Yorion. They play Charming Prince. This is gonna bounce the Yorion and basically recast all of their omens. So before that comes into play, let's just take out Charming Prince right now. Before Yorion can bounce it back and they start looping to and fro, back and forth. Okay, that land is not what I needed, but it's gonna have to do. So what happens if I attack like this? I mean, our opponent's gonna block Faceless Haven and 1 Rimrock Knight. The other Rimrock Knight goes through. I put the Embercleave on it, and I win, right? Should be enough, but let's be extra safe. Let's attack with the Magda. Aha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's find that Embercleave, put it on the Faceless Haven, and win this game. Yes! Okay, this might be a fun hand with the 2 Seven Dwarves. Mono black. Let's shoot down the Scorpion right away before it becomes more trouble. Now let's start putting dwarves on the board. Next turn, we don't draw a 3rd land. Kind of slows us down. At least we attack with the 3/3. There's our land. Gonna attack with both of these guys. I know the Ayara is probably not gonna block. Now let's put down on the board the mine card. Our opponent plays another. What's this? A Deathless Knight. It has haste. It's a 4/2, and It says when you gain life for the first time each turn, return Deathless Knight from your graveyard to your hand. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. But we can win the game if we do this. Let's make that into a creature. Let's attack with this. Let's give our minecart a sword. Yes, it's a sentient minecart with a sword. And that's enough to win. That's enough to win. Yes. Yes. Minecart with a sword. Yep, I like this hand. I like this hand because we have Seven Dwarves on turn 2, Gilded Assault card on turn 3. We have enough mana to do anything we need. Ooh, and we draw into a Magda. Someone plays a Beanstalk Giant in a 4-color deck? 5-color deck. What are they playing? I mean, they're playing something wonky. Said the guy with the 7 Dwarves and the Gilded Assault card. Yeah, thank you for keeping the metagame fresh and interesting, Mr. or Mrs. Morzoran. Alright, let's play a Magda. Ooh, our opponent has a way to kill one of the things. Okay. Let's attack, hopefully. That means we can create pressure. With that extra mana, we can play this Gilded Assault card. Or, do we want to play that Gilded Assault card? I think we should just hold for Goldspan Dragon. I don't want to buff the Rimrock Knight because the way our opponent is making us wait. I mean, I don't want to buff the 7 Dwarves using the Rimrock Knight. Because of the way our opponent was making us wait, I know he has a removal spell. So playing in, like, buffing the 7 Dwarves just means the 7 Dwarves gets killed. And the Rimrock Knight gets countered along with it. Let's just play the creature. And hopefully that means we can get through. Also, next turn we have enough 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have enough mana to play a Goldspan. Ooh, that was unfortunate. We did not want that extinction event. So I could have used the treasure to play the Rimrock Knight on the Goldspan Dragon. Let's just hold that in case we don't draw another land, which we don't. And that's gonna let us play the Goldspan Dragon. That was in her hand. Now we have 2 Goldspan Dragons this too? Destroy target creature. If this spell was foretold, scry 2. Okay, yeah, you're gonna destroy. Yeah, you're gonna destroy the creature. Nothing I can do about that. But at least I got a treasure out of it. Now what? Now I attack here. I buff this dude. Do I bring back the assault card, or do I... Yeah. Let's bring back the assault card in case the opponent has... Let's play it. Should we? We shouldn't. Should we? Yes, let's play. Okay, we're gonna play the Rimrock Knight. In case our opponent has an extinction event, the Goldspan Dragon is odd, and the Rimrock Knight is even. So they don't die to the same extinction event. If our opponent has Shadow's Verdict, they would have taken out the Knight, but not the Dragon. Okay, but they're drawing cards. They're still trying to piece their game together. I think we got them. I think we got them. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Okay, so this hand was good because we have 2 mana creatures and enough land to cast them. Now, by drawing that second Seven Dwarves, the first Dwarf and second Dwarf, we know we can... We know we can have some fun with the creatures in the deck. But I think first we're gonna... Yeah, I think here we play Magda. So the 7 Dwarfs gets tapped for mana. So when the 7 Dwarfs gets tapped, we generate treasure. The treasure can make mana. I was gonna say that we use that mana for another 7 Dwarfs, but I'd rather shoot down the Luminarch Aspirant right now before it grows into anything bigger. Okay. Next turn, we could play a Torbran. I think that's the... Is that the right play? Play a Torbran. Now, each of these hit for 5 and 4. We attack with both make treasures so we can have enough mana to do anything on the second main phase. And we don't mind trading the Magda because we have another one in our hand. So even if it dies, it's gonna die a worthy death with a cost. Yes. Take out that factory. Now we... Do we play the other Magda right now? Let's play the Seven Dwarves. Because it's a bigger blocker. Seven Dwarves comes in as a 3-3. Magda comes in as a 2-1. Okay, yeah, that's big. And problematic. Can we get through that? Not with these. So yeah, there's not much I can do right now. Next turn, I can attack with all of the dwarves and then sacrifice treasures to bring an Embercleave. Hopefully attach it to the thing that Daxos is blocking and kill Daxos with it, but yikes, it's a 6-9. It's tougher. It's easier said than done. And oh, cool, so we just found the Embercleave. No need to fetch it. So how do we do this? Let's actually... Now, because we do have the Embercleave, we could sacrifice treasures to start bringing dragons onto the board. I think dragons are good because dragons could block Daxos. But that means we can't attack right now with Faceless Haven. Because we need these, we would need these 3 snowlands. Turn the land to turn the Faceless Haven into a creature, and we would need, we're gonna need the 5 treasures to fetch the dragon. Which leaves us with not enough red lands. Play the Embercleave. Okay. Big block coming up. What will our opponent do? So even if we Embercleave the Torbran, because Daxos has first strike, Torbran is gonna die no matter what. So I'm thinking we just Embercleave the Assault card. Or no, we should Embercleave this Seven Dwarves. So that it can attack through Yalseed. because the Alcid is dead, Heliod stops being a creature, which means the other 7 Dwarves is out of trouble. And we pass the turn, because we can use Magda's ability at instant speed. There's no hurry right now. We can wait for our opponent to attack, then bring. Okay, let's bring the dragon right now. Let's transform that. Transform this. Let's attack with everything. I mean, we have to be able to get through, right? Bonecrusher Giant, just in case. Or they can block. Let's hit you. Now let's give all of my creatures +1/+1, +1/+0. Okay. 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 All right.